Hi, this is Janos, it's Reverb Audio, and today I'm granting a long requested request that basically many of you are asking for sound samples, and here we go. So what I did is I'm not making a video on the sound samples that I uploaded from my system, because then I would get request anyway, because people will see it this week, but next month, a year later, no one has the tenacity to do a Google search or a YouTube search to find that video. So what I did is that I put up the links on my Real World Audio blog. So anytime you want to check out those videos, they are there. And when I put on new sound samples, I will be adding them to that list, and then you will find it there. And you just need to get to my blog. And how can you do that? Now, there you go. So once you have watched one of my videos, then you see that down there's the icon and it says Real World Audio. So click on Real World Audio, and that will bring you to the web page of the channel. And then here, click, there's one thing, it says About. Click on About, and there you go. There it is, the link to the blog. So all you need to do is click on it, right? So just actually you cannot click on it because for description I cannot enter a link, just text, so I have to copy it. Now I'm copying it, paste it in a new tab, paste it, hit enter, and there it is loading. There, it's loaded already. And it brings you to the home page of my blog. And there you just scroll down, scroll down to the very bottom, and the last things you see there, all of these text and things, that's my stuff. Where it is? Here. It says sound samples. So when you hit that sound samples thingy towards the bottom, that's where I have my sound samples listed. And now I see myself that my eyes are like wonky. I'm looking all sorts every places, and people are commenting constantly. Why are you not looking at the camera? I'm looking there. You see, that's where I'm looking, at the center of my camera, and I'm pointing there. And you see that the camera is not picking it up that I'm looking at the center. So that's why I'm not looking at directly into your eyes, into the camera, because there's no way to do that. The camera has a perspective distortion and it doesn't work like that. I'm not using a professional camera. I don't have such gizmos. I am using a simple pedestrian phone. So if you have a problem with that, I'm really sorry. But if you think that's a deal breaker, then please buy me a high quality professional camera, send it to me, and then I will be looking to your retina, like behind, to the fundus of your eyes. So until then, my eyes are just wandering, and partially that's why my eyes are wandering, because I'm trying to find a spot that will look in the camera as if I'm looking to your eyes, but it doesn't work. So that's it, unfortunately. So getting back to the subject, as you see, I not just put the links there, so if you click on one of the links, it will bring you to the YouTube video. And I gave a description for each of them to just tell you a little bit about what's it that you're going to hear. And the ones that I have bolded out, some entries are with bold. Those are the ones that I would suggest to just watch first if you are interested, and then you can go for the rest. And of course I gave them some description, but when you go for the individual videos, they will have more description below there. Here I try to add something that might not be at the or might be missing from the description of the videos themselves, a little bit more understanding what's going on, sometimes on the presentation, on the music itself, sometimes more info on the setup, and sometimes I just give some extra pat in my own back that I think that sound is really really good. But you tell me, just comment on the videos that, man, your ears are bust, you know, that sound is all crap, and you just think you're full of shit. So if you think like that, that's how the videos are, just post it and give me feedback. I want to know if that's the case. I won't be offended, and I just want to know that what do you think about these videos. And I'm telling about all of them that they are not done to the peak of my powers. I have not spent as much time recording them as to get like the best result possible, simply because I don't have that kind of time. There are some people who are putting up like a shitload, sorry, shitload of I can't say it in any other words. So that much amount of videos, the recording systems, those guys have been doing that for years, and they have great practice at setting up their system and the leveling, the recording level, encoding everything. So for them, that's a piece of cake. Me, I'm still at that phase that I'm learning. Each video that I post, I learn a little bit more. What else can I change with the recorder settings, microphone setup, etc. I'm still at the phase of trying out different positions in my room, which is the one that works more or less. And so far, I have not found anything really satisfactory yet. And also, I do not even have a microphone that can really pick up either the dynamic range or the low level of details that's going on around the system. And also, when I have recorded with several different devices, or those videos that I put up, the earlier ones were recorded with my iPhone 5S. This is not a commercial for those phones, but I'm just saying that was the device used. I am not saying I'm endorsing that you should use such a phone to record videos for YouTube, but you see, like half of the sound samples uploaded to YouTube were made with phones, and that's something, a learning experience, that when you use the phone and just it's in your hand, it's shaking, whatever, that's the sound you are getting. And there are some of my videos that I use my Tascam recorder. It's a professional recorder, but it's a bottom line device, and it's bottom line because it's only 2 channels. The higher grade Tascams have more channels, but I don't need more channels because I just want to record left channel, right channel. That's it. And I think it's a decent recorder, but I noticed that its microphones are not very good. The noise floor of that device is really high, and I received a lot of complaints with the noise of my recordings, and that's not coming from the system, the noise floor you hear, but it's the recorder's noise floor. It's bloody high, really high. So that's what I want to do as a little project, to build a pair of external microphones, and I will make videos on that, how you can do it. I already bought the condenser capsules for that, actually 2 pairs, so I will build 2 microphones. I will go into those projects later on. But anyway, so I have hopes that with that I will get much higher quality recordings that I already have on YouTube. And also, why I'm saying that, it's because I do have already a pair of condenser microphones that I built, but I misplaced them and I cannot find them now. So that's why I'm not using them, and I have not used them for these recordings, because it's been a while since I last saw them and I have no idea where they are. So I'm building a new pair, actually too. So that's the background story about these videos and how they turned out, why they are. And you need to know one more thing about all of them is that my channel is a small channel. These videos, sound samples, I have a few hundred views or maybe a few dozen views on them, in best cases. And that translates to YouTube only is giving these videos which have such low views. If the view count is under 4,000, you are getting 128K MP3 resolution. And if when you are watching those channels which have like a really high view count, then those videos are getting to you on the average at a 256K MP3 resolution. So please, please, please be extremely mindful of that fact. Then when you are watching sound samples that have very few view counts, are made by channels who are such tiny channels like my channel, is you are getting 128K crap as a reward for your attempt to click on that video. And once my videos will get like a 5, 10, 20,000 count, I don't think they ever will, then that's when YouTube will give you the actual upload quality, or actually it will downsample it to 256K, and that's what you are getting. So then you cannot, maybe if you watch one of these videos and you like it, watch it maybe 2 years later when it gets like 10,000 views, and then it will sound much better. So if you want, then just let other people know to watch it, keep on clicking on it to reach that higher view count, so you can really hear like a more reasonable comparison to what you generally hear on YouTube. Because when I look at channels who specialize in producing sound samples, they have just exorbitant views. It's like 100,000 views per video. It's insane. And people just want to binge on that. I don't know. It's kind of like a heroin addiction. I don't know. Anyway, so from me, you are not getting yet the full dose of heroin. You are just getting like a cheap hash, or not even that. I don't know. I'm not an expert in the narc field, having no experience with that stuff. Maybe you're just getting coffee, cheap coffee, cheap imitation coffee. That's what you are getting with these sound samples. So don't have too high expectations for now, but when they bump up to higher views, yeah, you can expect a little bit more, hopefully. And I'm very, very curious how they will sound when I get the higher bitrate finally with them. So that was this video for today. That here you can find my sound samples. I've been browsing my channel, looking at my past videos. I think I have more than this, but hopefully I found most of it, or some of it at least. It's over a dozen videos, and I have a cuckoo's egg in it. And what is that? So if it scroll, here, that video, that's not my channel. And that's because I found a video, Memno De Vries. He posted using the Cult One loudspeakers that he built, and he has a Jadi system that he's driving with, and he posted a sound sample with that, and I included that here in this list. And why did I do that? That's because that Cult One speaker kind of totally looks like a twin brother to my Voice of Lancelot speaker. And there's a lot of similarities between them, and there's differences as well. But the similarities are both of them use Altec drivers, both of them have approximately the same internal volume, same approximately similar free air volume in them. So they have a similar sensitivity, and I just want to include that so that you can hear what's the difference between the Altec 604 driver and the 515 that I'm using. So why is that important? Because for those of you who know about Altec drivers, there's this clash of two groups. One of them who are fans of the 604, which is a coaxial driver, and the other fans are other group is fans of the dedicated woofer and dedicated compression driver group, which is like the 515 driver that I'm using, that's in the bigger Voice of the Theater loudspeakers. So the 515 series driver and 288 series large format compression driver. So there the advantage is that they are separate and you have a large format compression driver. In the 604, the two are together, so you get a point source. But there you have the same woofer as a 515. So the 604 has a 515 as a woofer, and it has a compression driver stuck through the woofer, and then the internal horn, that's the opening for that compression driver. And there the difference is that compression driver driving the high frequencies is a small format compression driver. So the 288 has much more energy than the smaller brothers, the 604's high frequency generator. But the 604 has the advantage of being a point source, whereas with the 515 and 288 you have two different positions for these sound waves coming at you. And also both approaches have pluses and minuses. Actually, I myself, I have both drivers. I have 604s and I have the 515 288. And before I built the Voice of Lancelot, I really had a lot of internal debate. Which driver shall I try first? And I went for the 515 because when you look at the audio community, almost the majority of people is going for the 604. That's where you see most of the DIY Altec builds. They go with the 604 versus the 515. So the 515 I haven't found any DIY projects with, and that's why I built the Voice of Lancelot with the 515 288, because no one's doing it, and I wanted to experience for myself what I can do and what can be done with them. Can they be tamed for a home application in a new concept that a DIYer can come up with or not? So that was how the Voice of Lancelot was conceived. And however, this video with the Cult One, I think that's a nice example to give you an impression what the sound will be with the 604, and when you look at my videos, then you have an impression what the sound can be with the 515. So that was the cuckoo's egg in the nest, and I hope you will have a blast listening to these videos, and just type in the comments what do you think of them, how you liked it, or if you have suggestions for the recording process or anything. I really welcome any kind of input, not because I don't know anything about the microphone placement or such, but because I'm curious what you think, if you have experience with it, what was your experience, and that's it. Thank you for tuning in. Have an awesome day. Please like, subscribe. Bye bye.